I am the daughter of Lilith and Adam, and I've spent the last years digging where others are afraid to look. They say some truths are better left buried by, but I'm just getting started. On the cross, he cried, "I, God, why have you forsaken me?" Did only Jesus die, or did the Father also vanish, leaving us alone? Pascal said betting on God is the only safe play. If he exists, you win everything. If not, you lose nothing. But with thousands of gods in history, what if you're betting on the wrong one and offending the true creator? New Orleans is a city built over graves, where voodoo and saints breathe the same air. Is it a place of deep faith, or a gateway where the veil between worlds is permanently broken? Easter's date is never fixed. It's calculated by the first full moon after the spring equinox. Why does a Christian event lie on an astronomical cycle used by ancient pagan cults? If Jesus knew Judas would betray him, was it a betrayal or a divine assignment? Could there be salvation without that kiss? The Quran says man was created from clay, then from blood clots, and then from nothing. If the word of God is immutable, why can't he decide what we are actually made of? God gives a commandment that says, "Thou shalt not kill," but then orders the extermination of entire cities, including children. Is the sin murder, or is it simply disobeying when the Creator has a thirst for blood? The Quran claims the moon was split in two as a test of faith, but today we see it as a perfect sphere. If the miracle was real, why isn't there a single scar on its surface that science can confirm? In Exodus, the Torah allows a man to sell his own daughter as a slave, and sets rules for striking servants. If these laws were dictated by the barbaric morals of an ancient time, why did the Church erase every trace of Mary Magdalene if she was the first to witness the resurrection? Is it possible that the Holy Grail wasn't a cup, but the bloodline Jesus left on earth? The Quran says in Surah 81 that man has will, but in Surah 76 it states that no one desires anything unless Allah desires first. If every one of our decisions has already been made by God, how can sin or punishment exist? In the Appalachians, if you hear your name in the woods, run and don't look back. Simple legends or something that mimics human voices? And that is my question. The Quran says Abraham was the first Muslim. Then it says it was Moses, and later Muhammad. If the book is perfect, why does it change the origin of its own faith 3 times? In New Mexico, there is a wooden staircase built without nails, glue, or a central support. Miraculous engineering or a work from another world? Bigfoot tracks have been found with fingerprints that no human can fake. An elaborate hoax or a species that shouldn't exist? In the Ozark Mountains, the first rule is simple. Never look at the treetops after sunset. You hear the brams that sounds like a person in distress. Do not go into the dark to find it. Mountains are so ancient they hide secrets that science cannot explain. An elaborate hoax or something that shouldn't exist? And that is my question. In Georgia, a monument demanded the reduction of the world population to 500 million. An elite plan or a warning for the future? Templar maps and symbols have been found in America, centuries before Christopher Columbus. Did they come to hide a treasure or to found a new world? Denver Airport hides massive bunkers and tunnels that no one can explain. A shelter for the elites or the headquarters of the New World Order? In Mecca, GPS and compasses often fail. Never underestimate the force beneath the black silk. Time feels different here, as if Earth slows down. Collected energy or a physical anomaly science hides? Celestial alignment before modern technology. Divine blueprint or a gateway to another dimension? The truth is in the silence. Before Eve, there was Lilith, erased for refusing to submit. A demon or the first to choose freedom? The Quran speaks of a massive iron wall built to imprison an ancient eel at a specific mountain pass. Modern investigations point to the Darial Gorge, a myth of the past or a prison about to break, and that is my question. The 7-headed beast of Revelation has a GPS coordinate. Says in Hills, on City, Rome. Is the Vatican the throne of the evil one, or why that location? And that is my question. In 1590, an entire colony vanished, leaving only the word Crawdon carved in the wood. Did they join the local tribes, or were they erased by something from the shadows? And that is my question. Elon Musk says AI is summoning the D-Main Mun. Yet he just released the most unhinged AI to date, Grok. Is he trying to stop the summoning, or is he the one leading the ritual? In 1901, a doctor weighed the human body at the exact moment of death. Each soul weighed 21 grams. Proof of an immortal soul or just a final biological collapse? On April 5, 1909, the Arizona Gazette reported an Egyptian city hidden deep in the Grand Canyon. Did the Smithsonian hide the artifacts, or was it a massive newspaper hoax? In 1947, a ghost ship was found with its entire crew dead, eye wide open, frozen in mass terror. Was it a lethal leak of chemical weapons or an encounter with something not of this world? Psalm 137:9 celebrates smashing infants against rocks. You will never hear this verse in Sunday service. Is it a metaphor for destroying evil, or a dark reflection of the Old Testament God? Archaeology has found zero evidence of 2 million people wandering the Sinai Desert for 40 years. Is the Exodus a grand national myth, or did we simply look for the evidence in the wrong century? Easter's date is never fixed. It's calculated by the first full moon after the spring equinox. Why does a Christian event lie on an astronomical cycle used by ancient pagan cults? The Council of Nicaea locked this lunar alignment in 325 AD, merging faith with the stars. Was it to synchronize with Passover or to absorb the power of the moon goddess? Washington, D.C. was built to be the New Jerusalem, yet its streets form a perfect occult pentagram. Is this nation a holy biblical project or a massive ritual hidden in plain sight? In 1879, a man was executed for cannibalism, blaming the Wendigo made him do it. Was it a real ancient possession or a clinical psychosis triggered by starvation? If Abrahamic religions worship the same God, why focus on differences instead of what they share? Are these divisions truly the will of God or just the result of human decisions? If the universe is infinite, the mathematical probability of you being real and not a simulation is zero. Are we the creators of our own destiny or just code running in someone else's machine? Thomas refused to believe in the resurrection without touching the physical wounds himself. Was he the only doubter or the only one brave enough to demand evidence over blind faith? A bronze Baphomet stands in America to challenge religious laws. Is it a monument to evil or the ultimate test of constitutional freedom? And that is my question. New Orleans is a city built over graves, where voodoo and saints breathe the same air. Is it a place of deep faith or a gateway where the veil between worlds is permanently broken? On a Friday the 13th, the Templars were hunted and burned by order of the king. Is this date a simple superstition or the echo of a curse that still haunts the world today? Valentine's Day began with the execution of a priest and the blood of pagan sacrifices. Is it a celebration of rancho fertility hidden under red roses? And that is my question. In the heart of the desert, a fire has been burning for decades, a gateway that refuses to close. Was it a simple Soviet accident, or did they dig too deep and wake something that was never meant to see the light? City Hall Station, a masterpiece sealed since 1945. Was it closed for being obsolete, or to hide what they found in the dark? This marks the end of Volume 1 of Lilith's Uncomfortable Questions. I will return soon, and Madden's Deadly Jokes. The sun is gone, and the questions remain. Sleep well if the truth lets you. I'll be watching your dreams. Good night.